Let's go, baby. Jump again, baby. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's been a minute since I picked this doggone camera up. Let me tell you. On today's video, I'm gonna go over the trap setup that I use, that I've used for several years now, minus one thing about it, but I'm gonna go over that. I also need your help to drop some things in the comment section that I can make videos on to answer your questions, things you wanna see specifically. So drop some comments down below. I've gotta get the back of this truck cleaned out because it is a freaking mess. Look at that junk back there. I got the big dog box off the top of it, but we gotta get this sucker cleaned out. So that's what I'm about to work on, get this truck bed cleaned out. And then after that, I'm gonna go over the trap setup. So let's get the back of this thing cleaned out. It's gonna take me a minute, and then we'll jump into the trap. Alright, and just like that, the bed of the truck is empty now. Yes, I have everything scattered on the ground right now, but it is what it is. It's I can't do nothing about it. I'm gonna do what I can this afternoon, but I gotta make this video for you guys so that I can answer a few of your questions on the trap setup that I have. So without dragging it out any longer, I'm gonna grab two of my traps, and then I'm gonna go sit on the porch and I'm gonna explain what my trap setups are. So let me grab those traps and then I'll pick you right back up. Alright, so the biggest question I've gotten, I'm pretty sure, to the comments is, what kind of trap are you running? What is your trap setup? What is trap? So we're going to answer that question today. And a lot of you probably already know, but any of you new people that I picked up this year probably don't know what my trap setup is. So without further ado, we're going to go over that real quick. So I run Duke or MB 550s and Duke 550s. I got the Duke 550s when they first come out just to see what the whole comparison of the two traps are. They're literally the exact same trap, except for the one thing, this has a round pan on it and this one has a square pan on it. That's the only difference in these MBs versus the Dukes. Other than that, they are the exact same trap. I started out with the MB 550s just because they are a pull out of the box, set the trap and go, and I love that. You don't have to do anything to them. You just pull them out of the box, put an anchor on them, shock spring, throw them in the ground, they will catch a coyote. On top of the being a Duke 550, MB 550, everything I'm going to say about this trap applies to the other trap as well. So everything that's on the MB 550 is the exact same way on the Duke 550. I just wanted to specify that I do run two different types of traps. So on all of my traps, they are all 2 coiled, so they only have 2 coils on them. Which is these parts right here. If you can see that, that is the coils of the trap. That is what gives it spring action to close. You can put 4 on these. That's what these 2 tongs are for. You can see that these are bent from coyotes and animals chewing on them. Doesn't affect anything as far as trapping goes, but they are 2 coiled offset jaws, which is that gap that you can see right there in the trap. That's what that is an offset. And then also I have a swivel that comes just like this on the MVs and the Dukes. There's a swivel at the base of the trap right here. Then I go a little ways and I got a little bit of chain. Let's see how many links this is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 chain links. And I got another swivel. And then I have a JC Connor shock spring right here. And then I use a quick link to connect them. If you don't know what a quick link is, now you're going to find out. That is what a quick link is. It's very easy. You take a pair of pliers, channel locks, loosen it up. You can take this anchor off and put this anchor on a different trap if you need to. Now, a lot of people question, why in the world do you put a quick link on your traps? And I'm gonna answer that for you real quick. So the main reason that I put these quick links on my trap sets is because around where I'm at, I have a lot of red clay, but I also have a lot of creek beds around some of the farms that I do trap. Or a food plot that has some sand in it, and therefore the ground's a little softer, it gets worked every year, etc. So when I'm in red clay, I do not want to put this much daggum anchor, which is, I mean, it's from the tip of my finger to my elbow long of anchor and red clay. You will yank on this thing for 30 minutes. I don't care what you do with it. It's gonna be a pain in the butt to get out the ground, just to say the least, okay? And that's if you don't break the S-hook that's at the bottom of your Fox Hollow, depending on how old it is or whatever. So in that scenario, if I'm trapping red clay and it's really, really hard red clay on a road bed, I'll take this quick link, loosen it up, and I'll make my chain half, or I'll take a third of the chain off of the anchor. Therefore, I'm only putting this much anchor into the red clay ground. But I can also use this same trap in the food plot and just extend my anchor. That is why I use quick links on my traps. Now, moving on to the shock spring. These are JC Connor shock springs. They are simple. There's 2 plates in the middle of the shock spring itself. They pull against each other and gives the coyote or animal, whatever you want to say, a little bit of give on it when they're pulling. It's more humane for the animals. It helps them out a lot. By law in North Carolina, if your chain from the bottom of your trap to the base of the ground where the anchor's at, if that length is longer than 8 inches, you have to have a shock spring on it. That is just the law. So plus I like them a lot anyway. What else about this thing? Oh, I also have trap tags on my trap. So I got a trap tag there. I usually have another trap tag down here on this, either right here on the quick link, or I'll have them down here on this other secondary swivel itself, because coyotes will chew on it and they'll chew this thing off. As you can see, this one's got a few teeth marks in it. All it is a copper tag. I can take this tag and peel it right off, and it'll tell you my trapper's license number. That way, if a game warden was to see the trap and it's set off, you can look down there, pull that tag off of it, use my my trapping license number to find out, you know, me, and ask me any questions, whatever, just to make sure I'm legal, and that's just him doing his job. So that is that. I always carry 2 of those on here, but obviously one of these have gotten chewed off by a coyote, and that is why I put 2 of them on each trap. So last year I made the decision to change my shock springs after losing 2 traps. The shock springs that I were using before, I'm going to show them to you. I do not recommend you buying them. I cannot remember what they are, but I will do some research and hopefully be able to put a picture up right now of the brand and type of shock spring it is. Now, I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm just telling you from my experience, they are not made to last. They're made to work, and I do like a few things, like one thing about them, the reason I bought them I'll tell you, but from my experience, they're not made to last. They lasted 2 years and they started breaking. So do what you want to do. I'm just telling you, the JC Connors are bulletproof. They're not going to break on you. There's no way it's going to break. So without further ado, this is the shock spring that I used to run. The reason I bought this shock spring is because, if you can see right here, it's got a S-hook on it, or a J-hook, and it swivels. It's got a swivel there. Same way on the opposite side of it. It's another J-hook, and it swivels. So with this onto my trap, replacing the JC Connor, I got 1 swivel here, I've got another swivel right up top, and then I'd have 2 more swivels in the shock springs. Therefore, 4 different swivel points for the animal when he's getting caught and he's rolling around. You know, that trap's freely spinning, therefore he's not going to break his ankle, or, you know, it's not going to cause any damage to that animal when he's rolling around, because it happens when you catch them. They're going to fight it, they're going to pull, and they're going to roll around, and when they realize they can't get out of it, they'll lay down and they'll stop moving. They'll just lay there and sit there till you come get them out of the trap. I've had pictures and video of coyotes sitting in a trap circle, catch circle, with a trap on their foot, asleep. So people say what they want to, they don't hurt their feet. And you know, it's our job as trappers to eliminate any questionable, you know, reason that it might, which is why we go through all the trouble of putting swivels and shock springs and offset jaws and everything else on here. So anyway, there's a little plate inside of these shock springs here, and I'm gonna put my finger on it. It is right there, right here. That is the little plate right there. That plate gives out. And when that plate gives out, that is the only thing that is holding this J-hook in there, is that one little plate that you can see that is right here. That is the only thing holding that J-hook in there. There we go. It focused on it. That little plate right there. It breaks. Don't recommend it at all. I did swap some of these over to my raccoon traps. They haven't broke yet, but as the money's been coming in, I've kind of been swapping these out for different JC Connor shock springs. So eventually I'm gonna get rid of all these. I don't think I got maybe 10 or 12, maybe a dozen raccoon traps with these shock springs still on. So anyway, these are garbage. Get rid of them. Swapped over JC Connors, like I said. two metal plates on the inside. It makes it bulletproof. There's no way this thing's gonna break. As you can see how if it would focus on the doggone thing, we might could look at something here. They're kind of focusing that maybe. Anyway, two plates, shock spring, a spring in the middle. That's not gonna break, y'all. There ain't no way. There ain't no way. So anyway, that is my trap setups, MB 550s, Duke 550s, and I might be changing some things this year. I'm waiting on a buddy to let me in on some information that he's researching right now. We might be switching everything up. I mean, the whole 9 yards. If you think you might know what I'm talking about, drop a comment down below. Now, like I said, trapping season obviously is over with. We're not trapping anymore. Turkey season is right around the freaking corner, and I cannot wait to go turkey hunting. I cannot wait. I really want to get out to Florida this year, but I don't know if it's going to happen. So hopefully, well, Mama's pulling into the house now as I'm talking to a camera, so she's probably looking at me funny. But I really want to get to Florida this year, so if anybody down in Florida has any land they want to hunt, let me know and I'll try to get you up here on the Eastern. We can do a little trade if y'all want to. So anyway, I'm gonna get the back of this truck cleaned the rest of the way off, and y'all enjoy the montage. Well, the water sitting right there in that side of the truck ain't gonna do no good, so I'm about to turn this puppy downhill so we can actually get this junk out of here. Well, that right there was a close one. I about ran over my bucket from my dang traps. Anyway, continue. Now, before I get 500 people commenting down there, you could have done a whole lot better if you used a pressure washer. Look, I didn't feel like dragging it out, so I just used a water hose. Don't question the method, okay? It works. It works. Just take a little time. Anyway, back to spraying. Shoo-wee! And just like that, we got a clean truck bed. See that sticker right there? If you'd have come to Dixie Deer class, you could have got you one. Okay, Bucket. I'm trying to hold the camera on my face here. Anyway, I got one more thing I need to tell you guys about these quick links real quick. If you do decide to go to the quick link option, make sure that you buy these stainless steel ones. Do not get the zinc plated ones. They have to be stainless steel, because if you get the zinc plated ones, you're not gonna like them. The reason you're not gonna like them is because after one rain, they start rusting. The stainless steel ones do not. The stainless steel ones are I'm telling you, have to go stainless steel. Do not get zinc plated ones. You might as well throw that same shock spring on your trap and get ready for a trap to go missing if you put zinc plated ones on there. So make sure to use your stainless steel ones. They're a little bit more pricey, but they're worth every penny. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please do not forget to drop a comment down below of something else that I can do a video on, whether that's the way I pull my traps out of the ground, the baits I use, whatever you want. I mean, just drop a comment, some comments down below. Give me some ideas that I can filter through and possibly make videos out of if I see they're fit to be made. So anyway, drop a comment down below. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, smash that like button for me. Drop a comment. Please don't forget to do that part. And I'm serious, if anybody in Florida wants to kill an Eastern, wants to hear a true Eastern gobble, down there in Alabama and Georgia, they don't gobble like birds up here. I'm telling you right now, these birds up here have thunder in their throat. Birds in Alabama and Georgia ain't got nothing on these boys up here. But anyway, Florida, I want to get my Grand Slam. Let's just be honest. I want my Grand Slam. The only thing I have right now is Rio. The only thing I have right now is the Eastern. That's it. So if you're interested in that, trading off a bird for a bird anywhere out there, I know it's hard. I mean, I know I can go to, pay money for a fancy outfitter, or pay money to go to hunt public land and all this other stuff. But if somebody out there wants to willing to do a trade, I'd much rather hunt with somebody that hunts their property all the time and knows where the birds are at, this, that, and third, and we could trade off a bird like that. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It was short and sweet to the point. I know it's kind of simple, but I want to show you the process of this because I have people ask me all the time what I do with my traps. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking. Y'all take it easy, and we'll see you on the next one.